You mentioned knife crime. In cities in the north and in the south, we're all experiencing some quite serious issues with violent crime. What do you think we can do to kind of turn this around?
It's going to take a decade or two. It starts with the police. At the moment in our country, we have police services. They're no good. I'm going to turn Greater Manchester Police into a police force. I want criminals terrified of the police. We've not had this in my lifetime, people being afraid of the police. I want criminals afraid of the police. And I make no apologies for that. I don't want me and you afraid of the police unless we're criminals. So let's get the force we need to deal with it. Then we need to start removing some of the race baiting, some of the woke issues out of the policing. So Greater Manchester Police will not be engaging in any projects that we class as woke. So we'll not be engaging with Stonewall. We will not be having different groups inside the police called the Black Officers Group. We won't have an LGBT group of police officers. None of them will exist within Greater Manchester Police officially. Officers can still run those groups in their own time and discuss what they want to discuss, but they'll have no say in senior management. So they can still do what they want. I just will not be acknowledging them as official representations of officers. There's only one group in Greater Manchester Police, and they're called the Blue Group. It's the police group. That's what I want. And then after that, we need to look at knife crime. So we've talked about stop and search. It's also about parenting. The biggest problem we have socially in our country is a lack of fathers in the home. And I know about that because I had no father in my home growing up. And I didn't realise that was a problem until I was 23 years old. And I can remember the day and the time. I was sat in a pub in Longsight, in a pub called the Rampant Lion. We're sat in a beer garden, me and my 5 friends, talking about shaving at 23 years old. Someone had just bought some new fantastic Gillette, £15 wet shaver or something. And we went round a circle, how do you shave? What's your best shaver? And it got to me at the end of the line. How do you shave, Nick? I went, oh, I shave with an electric razor. And everyone else shaved wet. Why? Oh, because when I was about 12, 13, I found an old razor, electric razor, in a cupboard at home that belonged to my dead granddad. And I started shaving with that. And I've just shaved with electric razors ever since. And it was giving that story that made me realise at the time, wow, I have missed having a father. Because all my friends gave a story about how their fathers taught them how to shave. And some of them didn't even like their fathers, but they had the story. And I thought, well, my story is, I found this ancient electric razor, 30 years old, in a cupboard, and I started using it because I had no one else to show me the way. If no one showed me the way to shave, what other ways don't I know to go? And I realised then, I can't tell if it improved my life or not improved my life by not having a father, but I missed things. And I realised, and that sort of led into my work then, working with young people. And young people need guidance. And the number one guidance is from your parents, your mother and your father. You don't need just a mother, you need a mother and a father. And that's how we tackle crime in Greater Manchester. Something like 80% of all criminals in jail come from fatherless homes. That's the problem. Let's get fathers back into the house. Let's stop subsidising the removal of fathers out of the home. And let's start admitting as a society, we need men in the home just as much as we need mothers in the home. It's not either or. They're a team. Teams win games, not individuals.